right, so we have the monitor light here. USB power, plug and play, 5 watts, 5 volts. It's easy to use and it's very cost effective. We're gonna see if it's better than the light board we unboxed before, which is the RGBIC one. This is an RGBCW. All right, getting into the packaging, we do have some stickers here and brackets. Oh, it looks like it's magnetic. Let's just check it out. Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, first impressions already, I'm really liking it. It's an aluminum channel, so it's gonna be good for heat dissipating. It's not gonna give off much heat. It's just gonna... So we do have 2 magnetic pads here, so you can take it off, move it somewhere else if you wanted to. It's a pretty strong magnet as well. And the color temperature ranges from 2700 all the way up to 7500 Kelvin, which is a really good temperature. I'd personally stay around 5000 Kelvin. It's like more on the cooler side, but it has a lot of variability on it. You have your fixed bracket, which is right here. And you can kind of move that however you want. And it looks like there's tape right here to conceal the wire. I'm gonna turn it on real quick. Now, number one, if you guys can see it, when I turn it on, if you could see it on camera with all this lighting, then you buy it now. You can use a power bank if you choose to do so. There we go. Wow, this is a double. Look at that, that's crazy. So it does actually show up on camera, and you have RGBIC as well as the cool white and warm white. That controls the brightness. You press it, hold it to turn up the brightness right there. As you can see, that is the peak brightness, and that's actually really, really bright. You can see it on camera, it's really good. And on this side, you can turn on and off for the RGBIC. Oh, that's cool white right there. And that's like a mid right there. So you can cycle through the modes here just by tapping it singular and then double tap to turn it on and off. So when I work at night, I don't have to have all my lights on. I could just have this on. It'll save power, energy, and it'll be clutter-free because it's literally going to be floating on your monitor. It won't take up any desk room. And then this will also light up your keyboard or paperwork or whatever you have on the bottom, meaning you'll actually be able to look at what you're doing. All right, so I wanted to show you on how to set this up. As you can see, it's set up right there. Number one, you can adjust it once it's on your monitor. I haven't done it yet to be able to actually power this. So if the cable reaches or not. If it doesn't, you might need a USB extender. All right, so as you can see, we have the top of our monitor here. We have 2 double stack monitors. You're gonna wanna have this, which is the magnetic little ring here. This is the magnetic little piece that you're gonna need. Very important. Also, I recommend wiping down the monitor just to clean off any dust. Otherwise, the adhesive will not stick. Go and get your adhesive, peel it off. Try to center it in the middle or as close as possible. If you have a curved monitor, it should still work. And even if you have a thin monitor, goes all the way from 17 millimeters to about 33. It snaps on just like that. You can have the extra adhesive to stabilize it a little bit better and for the cable management as well. And that's what this is for, basically. You don't have to use it, but you can if you want to. It is there. You can adjust it however you want. Like, you can angle it a bit. It's really nice. So now if I turn it on, let's go and show you this. If we turn it on, click it, you can change the color here. Very simple. It's really nice to have this. You can angle it like I showed you. One magnet does the job. Like, you're not gonna be pressing, even if you press it fairly hard, it's not gonna fall off. It'll probably slide off, but it's fairly decent. You have to actually try for that. And then on the back, the RGBIC on the back is kind of decent. It's not a whole lot bright, but I mean, it does help with some ambient glow. You have the RGBIC in the back, which has many different modes on the back. You can change it. It is really, it's reaching a fair amount. You have 6 colors, 6 static modes, and 2 color chase modes. So you have a different variety of preset. It would be pretty cool to have a remote or an app, but it's nice to have just touch sensitive. You don't have to have an extra remote and put it in your drawer or whatever. Take up more room. It's just one USB powered. It's very simple, very cheap, inexpensive, and it's basically giving you a bunch of functionality. Like, you can see this, no light with light, and then you can change the brightness and then dim it, brighten, and it's really bright. So like, you're definitely going to be good on that. It'll light up the entire thing. If I were to be writing something, I could easily see. It has a really grasped area. It'll fill up pretty much your entire desk. Even if you have a bigger desk, it'll fill it up, which is really nice. So I really doubted these in the past, but these are it's a must-have. These are just starting to become really, really popular. I really love it now. And it's really easy to memorize. Like the right side is for the colors, which I'll probably honestly keep it as red or, you know, probably an orange, just to match the background of my wallpaper here. But yeah, it makes it look a little bit nicer. It makes it a little professional. And then you can choose the color temperature by tapping it. I don't know if you can see that. It does change the color temperature. See, it's a cooler color now, and then it'll go to it'll cycle through that entire mode, which is really cool. So you have a lot of functionality within that, and then you just press and hold it to change the brightness. So you don't have to have it super bright. You could have it pretty dim if you want that, but it's good for nighttime. It's like one of those people that study or do home office editing or whatever, which is what I do. I'm probably gonna keep it at this exact thing because you're taking less power and you're having less eye strain, and you don't have a ton of lights on. That's the whole purpose of it. You don't have to have, like, I don't have to have these top lights on. I don't have to have this on. I don't have to have that on. I don't have to have these entire strips on, which is in the back, as you can see. I don't have to have all those strips on, but I can if I want to, but that's more power. I know they're just LEDs, but it does add up, especially if you do a lot of video editing. Might as well be conventional lighting, and this is really inexpensive. It looks really clean. It's actually really good for camera and video, which is what I do. So if you're a video editor or you're filming videos, you can easily make this look good on camera. If you have an overhead shot or something, you can switch to that overhead shot, or a hand cam. This can be a good additional lighting source. It's very minimal. It sticks to your monitor. You can remove it when you don't want it in that area. You can move it to the side or whatever. You can move it around, which is nice. So it comes with 2 of those. It's very convenient. I really like it. It's personally my favorite now. Probably give it as a few gifts. I definitely think this is a really good stocking stuffer or just birthday gift in general. If they do tech or anything like that, it's a really good thing to have. I appreciate this for sure. And it looks clean. I can't get rid of how clean it looks. I thought it would be bad for the diffusion, but it actually looks really good. Even if you were to look a little bit at it, it's at a good angle where you can't really see it. And then you can angle this in the back, so it'll be brighter on the back, especially from a distance. As you can see, it looks super good from all angles. You see that light right there? That light right there. It's not the sun, it's the monitor. It's the monitor thing right there. That's giving off that much light. It looks like an actual like a sun or a shade. That's the sun over there on the other side. It's reaching all the way over there, and that's a nice soft light. It's not harsh, so it's gonna be good for probably video conferences as well. It's just angled, so it's a really clean light. I appreciate this for real. I was kind of skeptical on the product because it had no reviews with the time when I saw it, but this company definitely genuinely did a really good job when it comes to something like this. So highly recommend it. Link is in the description down below. I 100% recommend you guys pick it up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.